Hello, adventurer. Welcome to the Arcane Ward, a library of stories and adventures of those who came before. Here we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this tale named Ashes to Embers. An exciting narrative of danger, adventure, and humor the likes of which you have never seen before. We thank you, and we hope you enjoy. Well, welcome back to the campaign Ashes to Embers. We are
Woo!
now on
What?
episode
What?
3 of the
I thought it was
campaign.
Embers to Ashes.
Embers to Ashes? No way. No way. Um, so we will begin with a little bit of a recap.
Everyone die.
Previously on Ashes to Embers, we were introduced to each one of our characters. Captain Lazar saying Edward, Virian Shelby, Clayton Deadeye, and Grave and Min. Each of them kind of introduced their own personal ideas and things going on with their lives, and we got acquainted with each and one of them as they interacted here in the town of Barrett. During this time, there was a brief moment of dread and uncertainty as the church located in the town of Barrett exploded in massive plumes of fire and smoke. Then transpired a brief battle in the which fire beings of some massive nature and some other entity of demonic origin besieged the town of Barrett. After the demonic entity disappeared, leaving the fiery foes to face this party. As the rounds pursued and each one of the characters and our players began to dispatch the fire beings in spectacular ways by, dropping a tower on their heads, driving them into water, and shooting them to death. Soon the town became quiet, and then transpired several conversations about what had just happened. Virian confided with Xander his goals and objectives, and the rest of the werewolves and the lichens retreated back to inform the elders of the presence of this demonic being. We then were able to gather the dead of the town, mostly clerics and some unfortunate townspeople. But luckily, the casualties were a lot less due to the efforts of our party. After which, a watch was installed due to the concerning nature of the graves and the grave robbers and what was happening in this area of Sinnis. During the which Clayton had a dream of sorts, in the which he was introduced again to Cyrus Sinclair. After a very uncomfortable conclusion to his dream, he woke the next person for watch, and it continued on to the night until Edward was called upon to give watch. That is where he encountered an old friend, Captain Rumtooth, presumed dead by both him and Captain Lazar. He beckoned him into the night, and Edward followed. Later, Min and Grave were awoken to the sounds of angry and potentially undead noises. So, with that, we go back to both Grave and Min. You are both awakened to the sound of shuffling feet and the sound of groans and moans and the sound of dragging bodies and the faint smell of decay on the air. Min, you poke your head out of your shell and you're able to look off in the distance, and the entire tree line you can see flowing through into the forest, some sort of black purple tendrils making their way through the trees into the dark forest. What would you guys like to do?
So you kind of just give it to me. I see all that.
Yep.
Let me. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to alert everybody.
I might have a thing for that. Hold up. I just have to.
Did you cast alarm last night?
I did.
Yeah, but it was just around him.
Well, it would still. I don't know if alarm actually is just me.
Can I request a performance roll on yelling out loudly to the entire village or to as many people as can hear me? Guards, guards! Someone was here. Look over there.
Okay.
And I point over there.
For sure. At this moment in time, yeah, go ahead and roll me a performance, or I would say constitution, to see how loud you can be.
Dang. Well, Constitution would be a 2. Performance would have been a 9. So it would have been a 6 or a 9 as the roll. Quite terrible.
Okay.
I think
Well,
it sounds more
it's-
like. Yeah.
You just woke up. You're not 100% sure what's going on as you're looking out the window and you see this is happening and stuff. You're kind of shouting in your room and your door's closed. You get the sense, oh, you probably would have to go out into the main tavern itself or call outside in some way to alert the rest of the town.
Yeah, and I forget to do that. So I rolled a 9. But at least I tried.
Yeah. Min, what are you doing?
You saw the same thing as me, Min?
I know. I'm trying to find a thing here.
He's gonna shoot off a flare.
Oh, I was trying to do something far more.
You press A,
Explosive
trigger.
than
Look at that. A is only a few.
The limit was 5, so as long as it was 5 max, you were safe.
So,
Oh, then yeah. I'm going to say at the top of my lungs, everyone, there's zombies here.
are these like the Walking Dead zombies or World War Z zombies?
Real question though.
So is this what kind of a check is this?
To shout out to everyone,
Yes.
constitution or performance.
Well, that is going to be a 17.
Nice.
All right. With that, this booming voice kind of echoes through the town as lights are beginning to like turn on as people light lanterns, and each of you are awakened to the sound of a very slow yell about something undead in the town of some sort.
I have a question.
Yes. What is your question?
Are we still in the tavern? Like here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are still in the tavern.
Oh, okay. Why is that dude so big with a hammer? Oh,
Nice.
it's a mighty fine hammer you got there.
Okay. So each one of you is like startled awake as this booming voice kind of echoes out through the town.
There are zombies here.
I'm gonna, as I wake, I'm like, Edward, Edward.
Edward? What happened to Edward?
Edward?
And I'm gonna just step outside, start looking around, probably the main area in the tavern, and then when I don't see him there, then I'll step outside.
As you step outside, you can see that the town has awoken as people begin to bring lanterns out of their house, dressed in like robes and in shawls and stuff, making their way to the town center where Min is currently calling out the alarm. Grave, at this moment in time, you make it down to everybody else, and you're able to kind of see that the black and purple lights off in the distance are like have disappeared as they have kind of gone into the forest deeper and deeper.
Um, let me see if I can get a check on them. I want to see if I was even close enough to find out if my aura could tell me if they were evil or good.
You're probably evil, I assume.
They're undead. I think they're evil.
I would just like the confirmation. Let's see.
Okay, that's a little prejudice. Like, we don't know that.
We aren't
Every
in.
book I've read says they're evil. Not every book could be wrong.
It could just be a vegan zombie, only eats like
vegan zombie.
That vegan zombie is saying like a round sphere.
some soy byproduct of brains.
What are you guys talking about? What is a zombie?
Was there any good or evil, and within the 60 feet aura of me? Or are they too far away from me, or did I detect that at all?
When you were awokened, whatever thing was making their way into the forest was outside of your 60-foot aura. You did vaguely see shapes and figures moving into the forest and stuff, and you also saw the black purple energy also kind of ribboning through the forest.
Very well, very well. Okay. So I have a strong suspicion, but I cannot confirm.
Can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, and at this point in time, like the townsfolk have like gathered around and stuff, and they're asking a bunch of questions, like a bunch of kind of overlapping voices calling out, why were we woken up? What is this going on? Undead creatures? Now, everybody be like, who was on watch at this time?
Too many voices. I'm gonna turtle back down. I recede back into my shell.
But yeah, so there's a lot of people just kind of talking over each other and stuff. And at this moment in time, Captain Lazar, as you make it out to the kind of the general area and stuff, you can see that the scene where all the bodies were and the footprints in the sand is currently being kind of overrun by the townsfolk as they're beginning to make their way over the potential evidence or information of what has happened here tonight.
I'm gonna
Did
try
I
to
come
just,
down?
serpentine my way through them.
What was that, Clayton?
Did I come down out of the tavern as well?
Yeah, you were awoken and you also make your way down into the throng. Virion?
Okay.
I do just want to say that when Min awoke everyone, I drew my sword and I lit it on fire. So I'm just standing around with a flaming sword, just wondering what the heck is going on.
Yeah, everybody's kind of given you a very wide berth and kind of like seems to be kind of terrified of you as John is currently trying to get control over the crowd and
I'm going to try and get control of the crowd and tell them to make room, try to get them to stay clear of the area where the bodies were.
Yeah, I'm
go ahead
gonna.
and
I'm
roll
gonna.
me.
Oh, I
Go
was gonna
ahead,
say
Clinton.
like if I'm gonna instantly kind of notice that because that was like one of my big worries was the fact that there was gonna something happen to the bodies. So as soon as I come out and I see there's commotion, I'm instantly gonna draw one of my revolvers and fire off around it in the air to get everyone's attention and be like, move back from where the bodies were.
And they all
so
scream and go into a big crowd. It's just a frenzy now.
Okay, so both of you go ahead and roll either persuasion or intimidation, or you can give the other person advantage.
Do you want me to roll something as I was trying to weave through the crowd?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. What are you
What are
doing
you
as you're
doing,
weaving?
Alan?
I have
I'm
a
just trying
plus
to get
5
into the
to-
middle so I can
Wait, no,
see
hold on.
what's, if there are any tracks, anything that can tell me where Edward might have gone.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation then.
I've got a +3 to intimidation. What you have?
I have a +0 to intimidation, but I have 2 to persuasion.
Yeah. So do you want to assist me or do you want to just do your own roll?
I'll just help you.
Okay.
Give you advantage.
I got a 12 on that investigation.
16.
With a 16, the crowd kind of like, boom, your gunshot kind of goes off. Make sure you keep track of that bullet as it goes off and it explodes as everybody kind of like quiets down and at that moment in time, Lazar, you kind of sneak through into the middle of the crowd where the bodies are, and with you said a 12 investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. With the 12, you are able to pick out, before they're kind of covered with the rest of the townspeople, the very distinct boot prints of Edward. You've been together for a really long time. He wears a specific style of boots, and you're able to pick them out amongst the crowd pretty easily. And you see where he was standing. You kind of see a set of tracks approach where he was standing, and then both set of tracks leave the area.
How familiar am I with people's boots? Would I recognize the other boot tracks?
Go ahead and roll me a history with advantage.
That's gonna be 17.
Okay. With a 17, it can't be, but it looks so familiar. These look exactly like the boots that Rumtooth wore. But he's dead. Someone either must have the exact kind of set of
Someone looted his
boots,
body, and I'm gonna kill
or
them.
some. Yes. So that is what you see at that moment.
As I'm just kind of trying to process this information, I'm just gonna kind of like fall down to the ground. Just kind of like trying to take it all in and understand, like, what could this mean? What happened? It's just a little much for me.
At this moment in time, thud. Captain Lazar kind of sits to the ground as everybody else has kind of backed up from the area, as our good friends Clayton and Virian have been able to kind of intimidate the crowd to kind of calm down and subside. And at this moment in time, it is dead silent and quiet as the crowd kind of goes into a hush. Clayton, you were going to say something?
I had a question for the DM with like how my character works. Specifically, like in relation to like crime scenes or things like that. Can I use my survival check versus my investigation when it comes to like kind of looking and tracking people, but then also like looking at potential crime scenes, because like that would be my okay. But I wanted to roll like my survival check then to kind of like diagnose, because obviously I didn't see what Grave and Mean did, and so I was wondering, and then they obviously can share that information, but I was wondering if I could do that kind of check to like see like, okay, what's going on, where did all the bodies go?
Okay, go ahead and roll me survival, Virian.
I just wanted to make a perception check because Min had mentioned something about zombies.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead and roll me perception.
I rolled a 17.
17. Okay.
And I rolled a 10.
A 10. Okay. With a 10, you
Although my
do recall.
My
Yeah, what's
passive
your passive?
perception is 11.
Okay, so with an 11, you do recall the turtle saying something about zombies or undead, which is interesting to you because you are familiar with that term, but most other people wouldn't be.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like
Hmm.
most,
I
most
read it
like,
in a book.
Exactly. So you get this feeling that like the term zombie in a sense of like a creature that has come back as an undead creature, like, is a relatively new term. In fact, your organization coined the term zombie to describe the things that have been happening of late, of recent.
Zombie.
But I don't see anything.
N- not necessarily. You look down at the tracks and stuff with your with an 11 perception, and you notice that there's a lot of footprints, and all of a sudden all those footprints kind of go off into the forest. You can't really like make out any distinct trails or distinct patterns from that.
I'm gonna follow
Clayton,
them.
with a 17, you immediately go to where the bodies have been laying in the on the ground, and as you
Yeah,
kind
I
of
would.
watch the footprints, you see that each of the bodies seem to drag upright, and that is where the tracks begin to start. Is from these
Interesting.
bodies seeming to like slowly drag themselves up into a standing position and slowly shuffle and drag their way into the forest. Min, question.
I wanted to do a thing.
All right, what thing would you like to do?
First off, I can see the zombies, right?
Not
Undead.
anymore.
But I saw where they went.
You did see where they went.
Okay. I'm going to use Skywrite to draw arrows pointing in the direction that they went.
Sure. Everybody all of a sudden sees forming in the air kind of like translucent neon sign of some sort, kind of color in the air of arrows pointing off into a direction as this
It's a nice little
portal.
blinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of picturing like a Las Vegas neon sign, just
That's what I'm
yeah.
picturing.
blinking on and off, like right here.
They
Are they the
went
same?
that way.
Is it the same way that I'm seeing these tracks go off to?
Yes, it is the exact same direction.
Did Edward's tracks go that way too, or did they go somewhere else?
Edward's tracks also go off in that direction, but you can see they slightly turn a little bit left.
I am already following the tracks.
Okay. All right.
I'd begrudgingly follow the man with yellow eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to mention as I kind of go off in that direction too. It'd be like they've been reanimated.
I call back to the townsfolk to go into their homes. There's nothing to see here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion with advantage. John is gonna help assist you.
Nice.
Well, I rolled a 19 and then an 18, so 21.
Okay. With a 21, as you kind of like call out to the townspeople, John's like, yes, everyone, they have it under control. I'm sure they'll be able to figure out what's going on and such. Please, everybody go back to bed. There's a few hours left until sunrise, and you should be fine. And the rest of the townspeople kind of disperse. And John is going to come up to you, Virian. He's going to be, be careful as you make your way off into the forest. As soon as the clergy arrive, I will send them in your direction. They should be able to potentially help in some way. And he kind of nods to you and makes his way back.
Make sure they get there quickly.
Yes, of course. All right, and with that, Virian, Clayton, and Min begin to make their way off into the forest. Grave and Lazar, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll follow them. I'll keep like looking over towards Edward's tracks. Like, should I? But I think I would end up deciding like, he's a smart man. He knows what he's getting into. He's not in immediate danger. I'm gonna go
While he's making that decision, I see him going back and forth, and I just turn to him and go, "Come on, Captain, come on."
I kind of give a little smirk as he just called me Captain, and I follow him.
The captain follows.
My captain. Oh, let's see.
Party split. Parties.
So one man not with the party.
TPK.
I would say I actually don't think splitting the party is a bad idea sometimes, but having one person and everyone else, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that's potentially,
Unless you are a rogue and you are designed to not be hit in stealth, then stay with the party.
It's true.
Unless you have multiple people.
Do I detect any presence of undead being here that was here?
Currently around you, you do not sense any undead presences.
Where is the stench
No
of undead
emos
at?
here.
What was that?
So where does the stench of undead come from? Well, actually, I'll try to head over to the forest where I last saw them going.
Okay, that is the same direction. Yeah, that's the same direction that everybody else is going. So you all kind of begin to make your way off into the forest. As you kind of make your way off the beaten path into the dense shrubbery and dark trees of this densely populated forest, you kind of begin to make your way. Now this forest is very interesting. You have a bunch of different types of elm and oak, different trees and stuff, but populated interspersed throughout the entirety of this forest. There are also palm trees kind of towering above the rest, as this climate is a very interesting place. It is towards the center of the world of Sinis. You have a more mild climate, but due to the nature of the volcanoes and the magic, it has very different flora and fauna that two relatively different species of trees can coexist in a relatively interesting climate. So as you begin to make your way through the forest, Lazar, you notice something directly off the bat. You kind of see off in your periphery the tracks of Edward end. There seems to be some sort of skirmish and scuffle. Then you can see tracks being dragged towards a massive indentation in the forest itself. It seems that something big landed into the forest, pushed aside trees and crushed them to the side, and then exited.
He's been abducted by aliens.
That was literally the first thing that went through my mind. I was like, that's a UFO.
Right.
That's
I
a
have
dragon.
a bad feeling about this.
Aliens.
Be very, very quiet.
I can only do quotations like this. Aliens.
Aliens.
But
so
like
you
this dragging, like I mean, presumably like Edward was taken. He
yes,
something
you
bad
get
happened.
the sense. Yeah, you get the sense that something
Something
bad
bad.
has now happened to Edward.
Well, dang shooting the crapple.
Yep.
I'm gonna run over to that little indentation where like the big thing crashed down. See if I can figure out anything, what it might have been, which direction it might have gone, and so on.
I follow the captain.
As you kind of just arrive at it, you get the sense that whatever this thing was, actually go ahead and roll me a history check real quick.
9.
Can I do the
Oh,
same and
yeah.
just be smarter than him?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Everybody can go ahead and roll me history.
Oh, history's not good for me.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah. I rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled an 8, and I have a +6.
11 for me. That's a.
Can I have advantage?
Why
Should
would
we
you
have
get
advantage for this one?
advantage? The only person that would have advantage for this one would be Lazar.
Oh,
So
well then I will roll again.
Could I study books?
Hey,
that is the natural 20. As you
Yeah.
in the kicks, it looks exactly like the whole.
Well, that's weird.
it clicks for me, and I just kind of like look up to the sky, and I'm just like, "You did it, Edward. I applaud you."
Stars are pretty, aren't they?
That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I assume happened, and
All right. With that, you guys Captain Lazard makes a very vague comment about Edward and kind of makes his way back onto the path of where these dragging footprints seem to go.
You gotta share with the class.
Are
Share
we
what?
in a class?
there
Is
was
this a class?
a ship.
Is
It's
this another test? I hate tests.
Right. Anyways, like I was saying, you seem to know what happened here.
he managed to get a sky ship. He sailed away into the sky. I've always wanted to do that.
Right. Okay then. Anyways,
I'm just sitting over here looking at them. Our hunt is facing this direction.
Right. Edward is not in danger. Full speed ahead, and I'm just gonna take off running.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, the captain.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check at disadvantage. even though it is relatively an easy trail to follow because they're not trying to like whatever you're following isn't trying to hide or be stealthy and stuff, and it's a very large group making their way through the forest.
Is it still nighttime?
It is still it's about 2 hours from dawn, so it is still dark out, but you all were able to get a full rest in.
Okay.
You said disadvantage?
Yes.
Then that's a 3.
Okay. You are kind of running through the forest. Clayton, go ahead and roll me survival.
13.
You see that Captain Lazar has wildly veered off course.
Lazar.
Stop and like turn around, look back at him.
Wrong direction. Follow me.
Wait.
And then I start
You're
off at like a relatively like good pace, but like keeping an eye on like, okay, are any of these groups like veering off from the main group? Is it all staying together?
I would probably bolt after him to stay with him.
Okay.
But it's not like I would be particularly looking for a way to get there. I'm just running after him because he seems to know where he's going.
Captain.
Okay. All right. As you guys begin to make your way through the forest and stuff, you slowly begin to kind of approach a small volcano off in the distance. It's a relatively small one with a very kind of small, steady stream of ash exploding out of the top and stuff. It's a very relatively normal view as you see the. It's more of a very large hill with a crack in the top with ash kind of spewing out of it, and you can see that the tracks are leading off the like probably the far edge of this kind of like large hill.
How much you
That
want to
looks
bet?
warm.
Right. How much you want to bet that those corpses went into that volcano?
Not in
2 gold.
What?
it. Whoever is manipulating the corpses is probably hiding out near a volcano. Not many folk like to live next to them.
I like the volcano. They're warm.
We did just fight a ballo. So,
A what?
a ballo,
Exactly.
Have you not read books? I thought you were the book guy.
I read books.
the giant demonic thing that was just in that cathedral.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Right. Well, continue to follow the path, I guess.
I followed the captain.
And we
All right.
continue.
I follow Clayton.
All right. With that, you begin to make your way closer to the volcano, and as you kind of begin to arrive, the ash fall begins to thicken a little bit more. It's still not unbearable, as you can see that the ash kind of as it hits the ground, it is siphoned into the minutia of like leftover dust of ash and stone, and it kind of melts like snow into the ground and stuff. However, as you kind of get closer and closer, the amount of ash kind of increases, and so there's a fine layer of ash beginning to cover most things as the rate that the ashen stones can dissolve the ash isn't able to keep up with the amount of ash. So soon the visible signs of this group of creatures that you are following becomes very apparent as it is carving through this very fine layer of ash towards the mountainside. And as you kind of like exit out of the tree line, and you can see off in the distance is the side of the mountain, And you can see kind of carved into it seems to be some sort of door, kind of 20 feet tall, very intricately kind of carved and stuff. And jaggedly carved down the center of it is this jagged crack as it is split open in some way. And all of these footprints seem to funnel into this one direction, into a crack into the mountain.
Well, it appears to me that maybe some sort of extra natural occurrence from the volcano may have split this door that looked like it was not meant to be reopened, and whatever we're dealing with may have come from this what seems to be a tomb to me. Does anyone have any experience with doors that look like this?
I think all he did is he came up and he said melon, and it opened.
Right.
Haha. Haha.
So you speak Elvish.
I am an elf, so.
Well, that makes sense.
Off in the distance, about 100 feet or so from the tree line, you see the side of the mountain, and the stone door seemed to be split down the center. From
That's a boulder. That is a nice boulder.
from that direction, you do hear the faint sounds of muffled groans and very distantly the sound of banging.
Violence.
So me in the morning?
No comment.
I wake up and I always choose violence.
Is there cricket noise here? Anyways,
Yeah, I'm running up to the mouse. I'm going to try and sneak in.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth.
I go with the captain. He is my captain now.
does the entrance of this door look like it was naturally broken open, or that something large broke its way in?
Or out.
It looks like it was naturally broken. You can see a kind of a crack down the center of it due to maybe some eruption of the volcano, some sort of earthquake, but it does seem to be naturally broken in some way. Okay.
Oh, and I'm sneaking.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Okay, go ahead. Everybody go ahead and roll me stealth.
Do you want me to go in and scout it out first before we all try and go in here? I'm a decent sneaky boy.
That's fair. I'm okay with that.
Do that.
I'm gonna follow the captain.
No.
Wait here. I will return.
That roll didn't count. I didn't know how to cancel it.
I didn't know how to cancel either.
I don't think you can.
I
Can
want to
they
follow
use a
the
help
captain.
action for stealth?
How would someone be helping you with the stuff? If you can describe it well enough that I'm like, yeah, that would make sense, then I would allow it.
I'm just behind
Yeah.
him going, sneaking.
And they just give me a really good pep talk.
Okay.
I'm like, I
all
got
right.
this. You're right.
Who's giving you the pep talk? All right. Let's hear the pep talk. I want to hear the pep talk. And based on the pep talk, I will determine whether or not he can roll with advantage.
You have the daintiest little feet. Out of all the men in the world that I have ever met, you have the daintiest feet.
Be very careful. Just go in, find out what you're seeing, and then you're going to sneak out, okay? Don't engage anything.
If they see you, just tell them to not see you.
If you don't move and stand perfectly still, you will become invisible.
Okay. Yep.
I mean,
yep,
if that's not
perfect.
inspiring,
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll with advantage, you dork.
Caleb, I've fallen inside and I can't see me. Oh, there I am.
21.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and come put your mini right here at the entrance to the door.
Just him?
Go ahead. Yep, just him. He's sneaking in right now.
There's a gravity button.
Okay.
Oh, I just hit the delete button instead of the gravity button. Please hold.
Nice.
Where do you find that IRL?
Yep. When you're holding your figure, you can hit X.
Bro, seriously, it's been on my left hand this entire time.
It's on your left hand.
I don't think they caught the joke you're telling there, Talon. I got it though.
The secrets literally
I know we have left hands, right?
the secret
my
to
right hand
literally
for
the creation
everything
of
in
the
this game.
entire universe lies within the power of my left hand. Gravity. That was a nerd joke, by the way.
Oh, it's impressive.
All right.
So what do I see as I am being a sneaky sneak?
So as you kind of
apricot tree.
slowly make your way into the door, the first thing that you see is this long hallway. Now, directly at the very end of the hallway, you see a group of individuals. Like they look like the townspeople, the clerics in the long robes that you just had helped, but you notice that they're the same people that were lying dead on the ground not 8 hours ago, but they seem to be up, moving, and they are furiously banging against this door. Now, as you look at this door, it is like the entire structure of the door seems to be made out of one seemingly entire piece of some sort of metal. Why are you guys running? Come back here.
High five.
Come back here. Come on.
I wasn't disturbing the game at all. It's fun.
Yeah, but
What makes
all of a sudden you
D&D
guys
so
This game
disappear
is like
from the recording.
20%
That's what makes
D&D,
D&D so
80% just
great.
random crap.
Like seriously, my dudes.
I think what you just said is 100%
What better
D&D.
way for me to not know what's happening because I'm not in the hallway than to actually not be here?
I mean,
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's actually a really fair.
Now, when I come back
to
in
the
the game and
left,
actually get
you
there,
see that this kind of opens up into a room of some sort. You can't really see around the corner quite yet. And then you see this other side, another opening, and then another opening. Right.
How tall is the
Yeah,
ceiling?
Caleb, I could only see the inside of you.
The ceiling goes all the way up to this right here, all the way
Levi,
across.
This reminds me of that meme.
And that is the entirety
This reminds me of that meme.
of this
Remember, when
cavern.
you're always feeling down, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. The
20
light
feet.
at the end of the tunnel. The Balrog coming up the end of the hall.
The light at the end of the tunnel. I was hoping it was 30 feet so I could use a fortress, but I'm gonna.
Who's to say that your fortress can't make it 30 feet?
Right down.
I'm going to
Fair.
take a peek in this room.
As
Take the little sneaky peek.
Okay, as you do it, you look in there and kind of meandering their way around in a circular motion. You see three more cleric garbed individuals and you can see that they have mortal wounds. Like they're like their skin is a pale, kind of like dead cast to it. They have long tendril-like fingers that end in sharp claws and stuff. So it's a very
It's a mimic.
And then in addition, you see in this corner there is some sort of chest.
Well, that's a mimic. That's just. It's just. It has to be your
I
first.
say we
assumption.
open it.
I'm just gonna come and peek into this other room before I head back out and let them know what's going on.
As you
Why are you upside down?
Yeah, I'm on the ceiling.
You see
Ha, what the crap?
you see that there's a pathway that leads down, and then there's a couple of the same kind of looking people right there. And you do notice that they're slowly, step by step, making their way around the corner.
Presumably to this area here.
Yeah, to the door.
To try, yeah, makes sense. Okay, I'm going to come back out then.
Okay, go ahead and make me one more stealth check as you're leaving. Not at advantage this time. Sorry.
Even if I was on the ceiling, does that give me anything?
How were you on the ceiling?
That's a feature that I have. I can cast spider climb or whatever
Wait,
it's called.
really?
Ah.
Yeah.
Spider climb, you say. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage as I look down at my
Good, 'cause
DM screen.
I was going to say, yeah, I saw you just looked at what I rolled. I would really like advantage. That's better. That's a 19.
Okay. All right. Let me roll perception for these boys. They're not very perceptive. Oh. Oh, dang. Okay.
But they are today.
You are a lucky son of a gun because they rolled a natural 19, but they have a -2 modifier.
Haha.
So they kind of like stop, look around, take a couple sniffs, and then go back to their regular business.
Cool. How did this door look? Like, were they making headway on breaking that thing?
No, none. Not even a scratch.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little impatient, and I'm gonna try and start walking through the door.
I'm gonna.
What would your strength
gonna stop
modifier
it.
be with a 22 for strength?
6.
Dope. I'm going to drink one of my mutagens. It will increase my strength to 22. So I'm now doing 2 extra damage.
Okay, Turtle Man. You with the sparky fingers. Your sparky fingers. Can they make fireballs and the like?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Do you
What
have
did you
the
say?
sparky fingers with your magics?
I have fingers.
Yes, they're sparky with the magics.
I know magic.
Exactly. Can you do the fireballs or the stuff like that?
Stuff like what?
Like fireballs.
Fireballs. I can do small fireball. I can do a single fireball. It doesn't go boom,
Okay,
but
but some things that goes boom boom and kills a lot of people at once.
Boom, boom, pow.
oh, I know one. My parents didn't like this one.
That sounds like the perfect
I'm
one.
gonna just
Whoa, not yet.
I'm gonna come down here and
Yeah, I mean, I would keep
right
him
down here.
from doing that if I could.
Go ahead and roll opposed athletics real quick.
I am not strong.
Aha.
11.
I'm just looking for my modifier. $13.
Then you like captain your captain kind of reaches out to kind of like stop you from entering into this crack, but you're like, he asked me to do something big damage, I might as well get started, and you push through into the crack. At this moment in time, you kind of pass your way through. Are you trying at all to be stealthy?
I mean, I'm walking slowly.
Okay.
I'm kind of waddling into place.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check at disadvantage then.
I was gonna say I've never heard a turtle walk. Have you?
Well,
They go, whoop, whoop,
He's a
whoop,
lot
whoop,
bigger.
whoop, like Captain Zoidberg. I guess Dr. Zoidberg. My bad. I was looking at you when I said it.
12 was my low. 13 because I have a +1.
13. Okay, let's roll for my boys. you walk in. Your shell kind of scrapes against the side of the thing. You make your way in, and you see at the very end of the hallway is a group of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individuals, some creatures, and they are pounding away at this metal door, and they don't notice you.
Calling the
Okay.
cavalry, man. Wait, who's going in?
It's just my
I'm
turn.
gonna do the spell that my mother doesn't really like. No,
Talk back.
I walk
That's a
in
good one too.
and I chant, "Kame, Ame, ah," and I cast a second level witch bolt.
Thought he was gonna say Ave Ave Maria or
Sounds
something.
like a copyright.
Okay.
Is Witch Bolt an
Is it-
AoE or is that? I thought that
I
was
believe-
just a.
Witch bolt would be a straight line
Um,
down to here, and it's concentration, and so it persists.
I believe Witch Bolt is only one target at a time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a straight line coming
Witch
from the
bolt
sky.
is
One target.
it's a range/area. A
Oh.
beam of crackling blue energy
Okay.
towards a
Right
creature
now,
within
I'll
range.
take it. Yeah. Why so quiet, guys?
Because we died.
Min is reading out a
Waiting
spell
on
for
me.
us.
Like all the sound stopped, and I got worried. I mean, it's quite possible.
So I can keep it going and move it from target to target for a minute.
So I'm gonna say that
But
you can
each round
only
is only targeting one person.
yeah. So it'll only be able to target one person at a time.
Yes, but if they walk into it, they would still get damaged.
Okay, I would allow that.
Okay, so we're gonna aim for this dude right here at the back. Give me the best chance for people to walk into it.
Is it a roll to hit or dexterity saving throw?
It is a roll to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
You missed.
Oh gosh, if I miss this with a +6, I'm gonna feel sad. 18.
That will hit as
Yeah.
you hold out your hand. The sparking energy kind of fills your hand, and a beam shoots out, and it impacts. I'm going to say these two individuals. So you are able to get two of them in your first line. Go ahead and roll damage. And with that, everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me.
17.
Gosh dang it.
5.
11.
I also got a 5 for my initiative, but I'm attacking first, so.
I permit you to attack first.
All right.
I appreciate that.
25 to 20.
18.
From outside, I say you may go first.
20 to 15.
17.
All right. 15 to 10. Okay. 10 to 5.
Hey, Caleb. Hey, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, what's up?
At a very unopportune time for the party, would you let me do that will save thing?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
I don't like the sound of that.
What did you roll, Grave?
My initiative was a 5.
Okay. All right.
I can move the dang character sheet with my thumbstick. Oh my goodness, that changes everything.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. I just kept swiping at it.
You've been like,
That's what I've been doing like this. I turn it up to 150% and then I swipe around like this. Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Would you be interested to know what I rolled for
Yeah.
damage?
What did you roll for damage?
I rolled 19 thunder damage.
Nice.
Thunder echoes throughout the cavern as you blast these two zombies. Everyone is alerted at this moment in time. With that,
I am the Lord of Sparkles.
as you do that, you see both of these undead creatures seem to turn and look at you. They look rugged
They sprint.
and seem to be slowly kind of partially falling
Do they
apart,
sprint?
but they are still standing.
Oh, that's not good.
All right. With
All right.
that, top of the initiative order, Viren. I'm going to say with your movement speed, you would be able to make it inside.
I'm gonna be exasperated and be like, "Who let the turtle in there on his own?"
I actually think he's a tortoise, not a turtle.
The reptile.
I mean, he's not technically wrong. Just a little racist.
Says-
Maybe
That's coming from an orc,
so
right?
30 feet is about like right there. So I go in. My sword is already aflame, ablazed, on fire. Yeah.
All right. As you do so, you notice that you come to around the edge. You see the group of things banging against the door, and then you also turn to your left, and you see a couple of other creatures seeming to like look up at your flaming sword. Their eyes kind of go
Gosh.
wide.
These
Their
are World
long
War Z
fingernails
zombies.
extend, and they prepare to dash towards
Nice.
you.
All right.
Bring it on.
I'm just gonna put a little laser beam here for my person to see.
You're good, Virion. It is your turn. What else would you like to do?
I'm going to prepare my action or hold my action to attack.
Hey, what are you readying your action for?
Vengeance.
All right. Sounds good. With that, we'll go ahead and move on to Captain Lazar Singh.
Perfect.
Thought it was Lazar's song.
It is.
Ah, my captain.
I'm gonna come right up in here. I'm gonna tell Viri, I'm like, I'll take care of the ones in here. And then I'm gonna shoot kind of like this very confident, like an intimidating smile at them. Not that they really care, because they're undead, but
Yeah.
Giving the cheesiest smile.
And then I'm going to attack him. This one in front of me.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
That's gonna be 18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
$20.
All right. As you
Dang.
kind of
Get wrecked.
flourish out with your rapier into it, you catch him in his throat and slit it open, and it kind of like rears up and rears back. It looks very hurt, but it is still standing.
That was magical if it matters. But
It does. Okay.
Yeah, my witch's bolt was magical, just in case it matters.
Well, it actually didn't do any damage because I'm still holding a grudge against you for trying to roll against me. Just kidding. All right.
I took my explosions
That's true.
like a man,
That's true. Fair. All right.
like a turtle, but still a man.
Anything else, Captain Lazar?
Nope, that'll do it.
Okay.
Good one, Captain.
All right, Clayton. It is now your turn.
Oh wow, really? Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I have 30. Pretty sure, yeah, my walking speed is 30. So I come in here, and I'm kind of like there to protect our wizard.
Probably like 60.
How far away are they?
A bit.
Yeah,
53.
54.2. Where you're standing.
Right around 50 feet.
Wow. My effective range is 40.
Well, then hold an action for whenever they get inside of your
That
area.
is true. You can do
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
Once they invade your personal space. Because these guys seem like the kinds of people that would do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold my action and fire both my revolvers when the opportune moment occurs.
All right. Cool. Sounds like a plan. With that, we have the Zambi's turn.
Zombies.
We have all of a sudden running out of this corridor. You see one coming out. Excuse me, Min. You are currently in my way.
Apologies. God.
Pretty nice.
Are you actually able to see like what's in the black boxes?
I sure am.
So like, how can you see the boxes? Do they show up as a different color for you?
They're translucent.
I forgot about.
Interesting.
I lost half of my hit dice. I gotta do that. I'll try to keep up.
Well, we would have had a long rest, so you would have been back up.
And then I lost
Yep.
half my hit dice.
When?
It was a
There's
long rest.
Because of something.
There's certain conditions happening to me.
Oh, feels bad.
All right. With that, first thing that happens.
I just want to point out that 3 of these guys are now in the line of the witch bolt.
Thank you for letting me know. They have. Let's see if I'll have them roll for intelligence real quick. Yeah. So they see it and they're like, this might not be the funnest experience. So they do stop right outside of the line that is being cast.
Okay.
Can I duck under the line, or is it like a? Oh,
It's a nice bolt.
okay.
What's that?
I was just wondering if I have to walk around you, but like behind you.
Don't interrupt me while I'm kamehameha.
Okay. This
How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This zombie is going to run up to
10,
you,
11, 12, 13,
Lazar, and he's going to
14,
take his attacks.
It'll be disadvantaged
Okay.
due to my feather of major distraction, my plume of major
All
distraction.
right.
Ooh. I love it.
Okay, a 2 plus 5 is not going to hit for their first attack. Second attack. Does 18 hit?
That does. And that
Okay,
was still at disadvantage, right?
it was.
Dang.
All right. As the claw kind of tears into your chest, it rakes across and begins to draw blood. You're
It's
going
not
to
very
take
cash
7
money.
points of slashing damage. This other one slides past you, Lazar, and is going to run up to you, Virion. It enters into your range, so you can go ahead and make your attack.
Oof. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Very nice. So that's going to be 18 points of slashing and fire damage.
All right. As your fiery sword impacts into this undead creature, leaving a gouge along its entire chest from shoulder to hip, and it kind of rears back a little bit, and then comes and looks back at you and kind of calls back towards you. It is still standing.
I'm gonna use my
Your
held
reaction.
action
Yep.
to shoot him.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, shoot him and yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
So shoot that guy.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay. That would be a 19.
Yeah, go ahead and
No,
roll
I'm sorry.
damage.
Yeah. And then damage, we've got 2d8s. Now, frick. Could you tell which? It doesn't matter. 12 more damage,
Okay.
and that's magic.
As the bullet impacts it, you watch as it hits the shoulder, and it goes. You blast it in its shoulder, and it falls over. As it hits the ground, there's a moment where it kind of twitches, and then slowly rises and claws its way back up.
I'm going to use my second attack to put that thing down.
Put that thing back where it came from. Also help me.
Oh, good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Yep, that'll hit.
My 14.
No, you're like
Yep,
20 years
14
old.
hits.
Okay, cool. 14 hits, guys.
That's jail.
And then
Wait,
I've got
That's illegal.
16.
16. Okay. As it impacts again, watch as it goes to the ground on the other shoulder. It is now missing both shoulders, and part of its arm falls off as it loses a limb, but it still claws its way back up and is standing again, and is now looking towards you.
What the BS is this? Is it going to try to still attack Viren?
Yes, it looks like it is. It is still going to make its attack against Viren.
You had to remind him.
Sweet. With its attacks, does 17 hit?
No.
All right. Does a 19 hit?
That's not. No.
Both claws.
Feels so good to be able to say that.
King sparks fly across your armor as both claws impact and bounce off as it.
Wait, if it's missing an arm, how did that do that?
It just made it with its same arm.
Okay.
It was his toenails, man.
And I don't wear
His toenails.
armor. It's my animated shield.
Oh, dang.
Just zipping around me.
Okay. All right. Min, it is now your turn.
I will. I think I have to. So in order to maintain concentration, I have to roll Constitution, right?
That's only if you get hit.
Yeah, that's only if you do damage. Take damage.
Oh, if I take damage. Okay. So I'm going to pan this over slightly so that it's in line with these four.
So I believe cannot switch targets until the targets you have initially targeted are dead. Let me go ahead and pull up the.
I can use my action to move my beam.
Let me check. I just want to pull it up and read the rules.
Come on, man. It's his tractor beam, not yours.
I mean, if he says I can't, then I'm just going to do something else that I think is better.
Roll a BS check.
No.
You're never gonna live that one down.
No, I will not. But I'm going to do an area of effect thing that should, in theory, get. Oh yeah, it would get everybody right in here.
I do like that they have the area of effect tools that you can pull up and see what would hit.
Yeah.
I wish I could
Oh,
Bluetooth connect my
63,
my
guys.
keyboard to the keyboard in Tavern Tales. It would be so much more convenient. Just use a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. So this it would get all of those things.
So far, Viren, we've put on
So
over
for
30
Witch
damage to that
Bolt,
guy.
it is an arc of
40 damage.
electricity. It is not a continual beam. So you reach out and you roll to attack. But as soon as you connect, you link to that individual that you hit, and every turn you can arc your electricity towards it. So it's not a beam.
Fine. In that case, we're going to get rid of the thing. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do Frost Fingers.
All right.
That is a 15-foot cone. So that would.
You would be able to get these three.
These three.
These three, yep.
Yep.
Constitution saving throws for them.
Yep.
6, a 2, and a 16. So 2 fail, 1 succeeds.
Yep.
19 for the success. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 18.
Nice. Okay, and then half.
And so the one takes half that. So 2 of them take 18, and 1 of them takes
9.
9.
Okay.
9.
As the
9.
the blanket of frost energy emits out of your fingertips and hits all 3 of those, you watch as the skin freezes, frostbite cascades over the skin as they begin to take the damage. As you watch and you finish it, you watch as they all 3 of them turn to look at you and give you a death glare as they're beginning to prepare to rush towards you.
Oh no.
Good.
Not like I insulted their mother or anything.
Anything else?
No, I'm a wizard. I have 1 action.
All right. Grave, it is now your turn.
So did I miss something, or did I just stay outside? Because I haven't had a turn yet,
Are
right?
you?
Is it? Yeah, this is your first turn. We haven't made it through
Yeah, this
a
is
full
your
round
first.
yet.
How did everybody else get inside there? And
Everybody else moved in.
We all rolled
'Cause I
above a
started.
5.
I started and then we went.
20.
Hey, is there any way to make the D&D Beyond sheet that you pull up not a white background? It's so
It
bright.
hurts, right?
Yes.
You have to link it with the dark theme before
How do you do that?
when you imported it into the game,
Oh,
unless you're using the browser, which is super slow.
I got a pretty good range of it.
And a lot more buggy.
I want to use an aura and detect good and evil. I want to know where all the zombies are.
Okay. As you cast,
They are everywhere.
yeah, as you could cast this, you get the sense that everything that you can see right now are all the zombies that are in this location.
he theoretically, I just counted 60 feet. He would theoretically know what's in this room too.
Yeah,
if it's good
there
or
is
evil.
no other undead things in that room.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean that there aren't non-undead things.
All right. I'm gonna comment and say, it's all right, guys. This is all we have to take care of. There's nothing else evil here. And that's the end of my turn. That's all I could do. Beep, 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 phew.
All right.
We appreciate your service.
Okay, at the end, and so that will be the end of the round. At the top of the round, initiative count 20. You guys watch as purple black energy seems to snake its way underneath this door out into the hallway. Pause for a second, and then it snakes back underneath the door.
The door that they're banging on.
Yes.
Good evil.
Huh.
All right.
I don't know about you guys, but that weird black stuff looked weird.
Black. Oh, I think you said it was purple,
It
not
was
black.
purple, dude.
Right?
Don't be
Is it black or
racist.
purple?
It's a black purple energy. Virian, it is now your turn.
But I'm going, if I can. I mean, one, I'm going to attack the same zombie dude,
Okay, go ahead.
but I want to
Kill
try
him
and
dead.
I want to try and decapitate him
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
if I can. That's a natural 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you impact the head and the neck, you watch as it severs directly through all the way. The head impacts this wall and kind of bounces over here, and he falls to the ground and lies motion.
The head's touching me.
You didn't want me to roll damage or nothing? Or?
You can go ahead and roll damage. It had one hit point left.
That's fine.
Of course, it always
Hey.
only has one hit point left.
Yeah, no kidding.
Freaking fucking Razzin' Frazzin' Sniggy Friggy Diggy.
If that's the case, then he's dead. Like super dead. He was already dead. I'm gonna move over here. Try and keep these guys preoccupied.
Okay, sounds like a plan, Stan. Lazar saying, "'Tis your turn."
All right. Well, I guess I'll just attack this guy here in front of me
Go ahead and roll the hit.
with advantage if I don't move this turn. So that's going to be a 22, which I'm going to just
22
assume
hits.
is going to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Just so you know, that would have been 34 points of damage.
Hot dang.
It's going to be 17 damage.
Okay.
If I'm doing that right.
You watch as you straight through the shoulder, tear it down through the chest, and the insides of this of this corpse kind of spill out as it falls to the ground and does not move.
You got no guts.
No
That's what I
guts,
can
no
direct.
glory.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to now use my movement to run up and try and kind of stand in the way of these guys.
Okay. All right. Viren
And
and
I just thinking the same thing.
yeah, Viren and Lazar are now blockading that hallway from those three that are coming. All right. That will end your turn. Clayton, 'tis your turn.
Perfect. And so both of these guys are down.
Yes.
So then I'm going to step forward a little bit. No, I guess I'm going to come up right here next to him to give other people, because how much HP do you have? And what's your AC? I mean,
Hello, my friend. We have a little problem. You see, I record these videos here for you to watch. But I have a cat, and my pretty little kitty cat walked along the keyboard, and we don't have the rest of the video for this week. So my sincerest apologies for that. But please just enjoy some other things to watch while you listen to our beautiful voices. Thank you and have a great day. We will see you next week. Okay, as you were. Bye bye.
Without shield, it's at 17.
okay, so you're not that squishy.
No, not very. Total
Okay, cool.
for the win.
Meanwhile, Graves over
Okay,
here
cool.
with
Then I'm going
21
to
AC.
Hey, I can go into my total shield and cast shield on myself, and I can get to 25.
26. 26.
6.
Like-
Yeah, 26.
I feel like Krell should make a guest appearance in this campaign at some point.
So I'm attacking that first zombie out in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Ah, cool. Okay.
All of a
And
sudden,
that
you all
is a 20 damage, magical damage.
Okay.
And that is a 20 plus to hit. And here's my other attack. And that, oh, really? That's another 10
Yep.
damage.
Okay. Your first bullet impacts the forehead. You watch as it leans back, falls face first onto the ground, twitches, rise back up, and as it begins to rise, put hand to ground, you shoot it right into the top of its head, and part of its head blows out as it collapses back to the ground.
person.
Wait, is dead? How did I didn't that guy receive less damage overall?
I dealt 18 damage to him.
Oh, you already dealt damage to that guy? Okay, never mind then. That
18.
makes more sense.
Don't discredit my 18.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was one of the ones that you had hit.
All right. Anything else?
No, not at the moment. I don't want to use my
Action search.
whatever it's called. Yeah, action surge.
Okay. 'Tis the zombies' turns.
Wait, they go before me?
Yes.
They do.
That's sad. Oh well. It's a good thing I still have charges on my Rod of Absorption for shield. I haven't had to use any spell slots yet. Great.
Way to go. I finished Vox Machina season 1 and season 2.
I binged that 2 weeks ago. It was great.
Dude, it's awesome actually. It's awesome. I can't wait till season 3 comes out.
Well, they announced it, which is
Oh,
why
did
I binged the first 2 seasons. Yeah, they announced season 3.
Can't wait until they make the next season of Arcane.
Ooh, amen.
Yeah, that's going to be great. But you know what premiered yesterday? Mandalorian season 3.
I'm not much of a Mandalorian fan or Star Wars fan.
Oh, you can bite your
How was
tongue.
the first episode?
Well,
Did you enjoy
you
it?
know, Lord of the Rings is better.
It is. We can't. So like you can't. Everyone will admit who understands nerd movies
Lord
that
of the
you
Rings
can't
is
beat
on
Lord of the
top.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings is
It
on
will
top.
always be on the top.
Okay. All right.
My hot take is that I disagree with you.
Our comment section is just gonna blow up with people just Star Wars is better, Lord of the Rings is better.
We just started a nerd war, right?
Okay.
Should just do a poll.
All right. In a rush, this
Oh,
massive
jeez.
group
What?
booms down into the center. These 3 are going to attack Min. These 3 are going to attack Clayton, and this one will attack Viren.
Hot dang.
All of a sudden, you hear a
I mean,
deep.
there's more than that, but okay.
All of a sudden, you hear
They
a
had to
deep,
use their
ominous
actions to
laugh.
dash.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Min, that will be a 21 to hit.
I'm just gonna cast shield, and that puts me at 22.
22. Okay, so 1 misses. Second one is going to be a 24 to hit, and the third one is going to be a 20. So 1 hit, 2 misses. You are going to take 7 points of slashing damage as this the claw kind of reaches down into the crevice between your shell and punctures into your neck a little bit as it draws blood.
Soft skin.
That's my personal
Man,
space,
I'm
bro.
patting you with my real life hand right now. Here, let me put this on.
Clayton, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, sorry. Me, yeah, that hits.
Okay. 18 to hit.
That matches it. So yeah,
Okay,
that'll
and
hit.
then the 12 to hit. So 2 hits. And this is their first round of attacks.
Ah.
That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage to you. Min, next 3 attacks going your way for their second round of attacks. That is going to be a 22 to hit, a 17, and an 18. So again, only 1 hit.
The frick are these guys rolling?
And that is going to be 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
If you say so, boss.
Second round of attacks to Clayton. That is going to be a natural 20,
Oh, frick.
an 18, and then a 12. Okay. Clayton, you are going to take 12 points of slashing damage, then 5 points of slashing damage.
Whew. Anybody got some heals for me?
Okay.
I can revive you, but you'll have to.
I'm not
die
that kind of
first.
doctor.
All right. Last guy, 2 attacks against Virion. 22 to hit and a 17 to hit.
Well, the 22 will hit.
That is going to be 9 slashing damage to you, Virion.
Oh.
Okay. That is going to end their turn. Min, it is your turn now.
Oh. I'm going to be sad as a free action, if that's okay.
That's fine.
We're gonna do Frost Finger. I don't. This just doesn't make me happy.
Could you do Frost Finger where you hit these 3 guys?
I mean, I could do it where I probably hit these 4 guys. 3.
I would say if you kind
It's
of
just sad that
step
it takes
back,
a full action for me to go into
To reality.
yourself.
Oh, there goes gravity.
my.
Ah,
Okay, I would say if you turn this way, like that, you would be able to get these 4 with Frosting.
All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna move here,
Okay.
risking the attack of opportunity.
That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be 5 attack of opportunities.
Is that 5 separate guys?
I thought some of them used their. Oh, this would be a reaction. Yeah. Okay. I'll risk it.
Okay.
Gotta risk it for the
Yikes.
biscuit.
What is your armor class currently?
Because you know what? I am just going to simply cast Shield as my reaction.
So Shield is already set up. It lasts until your next turn.
Oh, the end of my turn or the start of my turn?
Oh yeah, it is the start of your turn. It is currently gone.
Yeah.
So you'd have.
So I will use my reaction to cast Shield, taking another charge off of my Rod of Absorption, and AC of 22.
22? Okay. 9 misses, 16 misses, 7 misses, 4 misses, and then that's a crit.
nah, almost.
A crit fail?
Crit success. Natural 20.
Dang, you 20'd and 20'd?
That is going to be 19 points of slashing. Sorry, 9 points.
Ooh.
9 points
I
of
was gonna
slashing.
say he's like unconscious
Oh.
on 19, right?
Would have been. But nope, I'm still up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you do make it over there.
So we are going to cast Frost Finger, and we're going to get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I can get him, so we're just going to say those
No, you
6.
can get the 7. I can see that rule there. You'll catch him.
Oh, okay. Cool. And we're going to do that at second level.
Okay.
So give me a Constitution saving throw for all
Okay,
of them.
I'll tell you. I will go ahead and read off what I just rolled: a 6, a 3, a 4, a 8, a 6, and a 3, and a 1. They all
That's
fail.
enough, buddy.
No.
So they all fail.
They all fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 14 frost damage.
Okay. One goes down.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay. The rest are still standing.
Oh, all of those just died, or they're just knocked prone?
They die. You watch they fall to the ground and are currently unmoving.
That's ominous.
And I just look at my hands. Did I do that?
Okay. Grave, 'tis your turn.
Alrighty.
I don't have much health left, guys.
Yeah, I'm at
I
7.
wish I could click on you and see. But
I have this many.
So I want to go there,
Nice.
and let me
Yep.
roll to hit at a +5, so it's a good chance. Unless I roll that. So it's a 20, not 20, oh my goodness. It's a 14 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll
That hits.
damage.
That hit.
All right. The damage is going to be 10 slashing damage.
Okay. This one down. Okay. Anything else?
Well, let me read this. I don't think I want to use it. I could fear the entire room.
Including us?
You guys aren't evil, right?
No.
Right.
I mean, not explicitly, unless you steal my food. I am what one might call a snapping
Hmm.
turtle.
Nice.
How many enemies are there? Like a lot?
Did you just use
There's
it?
4 around me.
Did you just use your action? Are you what you're thinking about doing? Is it an action or a bonus action?
It's another action, so I'm just
So
thinking
you would
about
have
my
to
next
wait.
turn. As far as a bonus action, I'm not going to use a bonus action. So wait, like,
Okay.
can I heal somebody with the bonus action?
Unless it
Depends.
unless it
cannot.
specifically says you can, you cannot.
I cannot. That is correct. All right,
Okay.
my turn is over.
All right, that will end your turn. Back up to the top of the initiative. At initiative count 20, you watch as the black purple tendrils arc underneath the door and they travel down the hallway. As they impact into this zombie, you watch as it rises back up and tendrils
Frick.
begin to arc into all of the zombies who are currently down.
Can I make another BS check? Because I feel like this is just designed for a TPK.
Nah.
Knowledge religion.
Wait, what about the guy that had his head completely ripped off his head?
You
Body.
watch as the head bounces up off the ground, rolls back, attaches to the neck, and it rights itself back up.
What? Oh, goodness. I'm completely surrounded.
So anyway, I just started blasting.
All right. Virian, 'tis your turn.
All right. So, does it look like they all just regained health? Like, because I know this guy, for instance, didn't get knocked down. Does it look like he healed, or does it look like
It
he
does
remained the
not
same?
look like he was healed. It just looks like whatever entity fell down or undead was like knocked or defeated or presumed dead was then brought back to they like you guys know like kind of notice that they still look really really rough, like on death's door, but each one of them is
Again.
is
For a
currently
third time.
back up.
Then I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack this one then.
Okay.
This guy right there.
Right.
And if I get him to 0 HP, I want to use a reaction to do something. So I'm just gonna. Oh, does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Yeah, I rolled a critical failure.
Oh, a natural
actually.
one.
Yeah.
No.
You slap yourself.
For shame.
Put a dunce cap on this digital dice. I would totally do that right now.
I know, right?
All right. Anything else?
I'll use a. Yeah, I don't know if it'll do anything, but I'll use my bonus action to take out a flask of holy water
Okay.
and throw it onto some of these zombies. Maybe there's something sinister going on here to where that'll do something.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Okay.
Does the religion check affect whether or not
What?
the holy water
okay.
works or not?
I don't know why the dice result is saying 1, but I can see my dice right now and it says a base of 16.
It does that.
We'll take
So
this.
if I'm going to
We'll
if
take
I'm
the
to
16.
believe my literal dice roll right here that I can see, I will be a 19.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really.
With that, you get the sense that with the holy water that you have, it it might stop the regeneration for a bit, but whatever energy is bringing these creatures back seems to be pretty powerful.
There's something through the door, but the zombies wanted to go through the door. Or maybe whatever is inside that door, it was trying to convince the zombies to open that door. That could be a big problem.
So go open that door.
No, because then it'd release them.
So
we
we could kill
attack
it.
them while they're. Wait, hold up. What if we attack them while they're down? Like try to burn their bodies so there's nothing to regenerate.
Kick them while they're down. I like it.
I told y'all we needed to burn the freaking bodies.
Well, my fire can only target one
Has
person at a
nobody
time.
ever played
Okay.
Halo? What do you do to the flood when you kill it? You destroy the corpse.
You teabag it.
All right. Well, with that, it is now our Captain Lazar's turn.
I think I want to try to open the door.
All right.
No,
Do it.
no,
I'm going to
that's
disengage.
such a bad
Open-
idea.
Open the door. Become
The
one with the
Punisher
darkness.
appears, shoots you with his 50 cal pistol.
I'd be okay with that. That'd be a good way to go.
That's just a Desert Eagle.
I had to dash to get there, so I don't have an action now. But
Actually, well, as you run up to it, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check at advantage.
at advantage. In that case, a 19.
With a 19, as you run up to
Nice.
this door, you approach it, and all of a sudden, it reminds you of something. It reminds you of a magical item that you have in your possession. As you look at this door, it seems to be made with the same material as your instant fortress and gleams with the same magical energy as your instant fortress.
Well, that's problematic.
You just say Shazam and it closes.
If I was attuned to it and it was an actual magical fortress, maybe. But
With a natural
Okay.
19, you get the sense that whoever this magical item was attuned to has died. And so anybody that is able to say the magical phrase would potentially be able to shrink the door.
Swiggity swoogity.
cool. Well, good to know for my next turn.
All right.
That's a good.
You can say words as a free action, can't you?
Um,
Well, I mean, if
in
it-
addition
or
to
a
that,
reaction.
I will
I have to
say,
use an action. But if this is different,
in addition to that, you do get a very kind of like small idea in the back of your brain that if all else fails, you could probably use your instant fortress to destroy both of these things.
yeah, that's not worth it. I'd rather just.
He's like, I'd rather TPK. Waha.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, I'm pretty dang close.
Clayton, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to use my second wind, so that's a D10. Give me something good. So I got 8 HP more. All right. So I'm back up to 15, and now I'm going to attack. What looks like the most?
The only one that seems to be still at like mostly full health is this one right there.
That
If
one.
you're looking for the one that looks the weakest, it's probably me.
All right. So I'm gonna attack the strongest one real quick.
Okay, go ahead and roll at disadvantage. It is within melee with you, so it is disadvantage with your ranged weapon.
I wanted to ask you about that. Since I am using like revolvers or like dueling kind of revolvers, it's not like the same, especially since like I could draw them at like from the hip and be able to fire.
Mechanically speaking, I'm going to say it is still at disadvantage because they are currently getting up into your space and are moving in a jerky motion that is a little bit more like difficult to hit when they're up in your space like that. If you potentially got a shotgun or something like that, then you wouldn't have disadvantage for close range.
Okay.
So
Well,
what you're saying is that there are
13.
shotguns in this game.
Potentially, you would have to make one.
Can you imagine a blood hunter with a shotgun?
Okay.
A double barrel sawed off shotgun.
I rolled a
That'd be
13.
awesome.
13? A 13 hits.
13 hits, 10 does not. We are narrowing it down.
A 9 does not.
We've got
Oh, a 9 does not. That's right.
Total damage is 14 damage to that guy.
14? All right. This one falls to the ground.
Okay, I'm going to attack the next guy in line to give me access to. And I hit him.
Okay.
I want to be able to have an opening to be able to like escape.
Just go through him.
So I guess I'm going to attack this guy.
It impacts him, and he falls to the ground.
Okay, I'm going to act, and I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to attack another time.
Okay. Go ahead.
Am I able to use a reaction right now?
And dang, if I wasn't at disadvantage, that would have critted.
Feels bad.
Am I able to use a reaction right now?
What reaction what are you wanting to do?
So I have a thing called what is it? Where is it? Blood Curse of the Fallen. It's called Blood Curse of the Fallen.
Does it specifically say you can use it as a reaction?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay. So it's when a creature I can see within 30 feet drops a 0 HP, I can use my reaction to have that creature make one weapon attack against a target of my choice within its range.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Which one would you like it to make an
Yeah.
Just have it hit me. Put me out of my misery.
I'm gonna have it hit Min. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna have it hit this one right
He
here.
said it. He said it. No take backs.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay.
You-
The zombie, not Min.
He said Min. He can't take it back.
Okay. Base roll 15. I don't know what its modifier
That will hit
is.
then. Go ahead and roll damage. Actually, I'll roll damage. Boop. Boop.
Yeah, because I don't know what it's.
That is going to be 7 more points of damage. This next one falls down.
Cool.
Dope.
I have one more.
Let's try to hit them
No.
while they're down.
Did I do? Wait, hold on.
You have one more attack.
Did I use 2 attacks on one of the guys?
You have used 3 attacks already.
I did.
Yes.
Okay. I was just like, yeah. Okay. Cool. Last attack. Oh no, I think I might have actually missed that time.
Natural one, yeah, that
Okay,
will miss.
that is. Well, yeah, no, that was okay. I totally get what Talon was saying because that second roll was a 10 on the floor, but the 1 didn't change. Could I use my bonus action to disengage and move away?
No, only rogues have that ability.
Only rogues can do that. That's an action if you disengage then
Yes.
as a normal character, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
While Levi ran straight up to that door, was he able to get a look into these two rooms?
Yeah.
Ooh, emptiness. Fun.
Cool. That was it. Ooh, chest.
how many attacks of opportunity would go against me if I tried to move out of there? 1, 2, 3, 4?
4. Yeah.
Should I risk it,
Yeah, I
guys?
survived 6, so you should be fine.
I have 15 health.
Ooh, that's more than I have.
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
Risk it for the biscuit. Live
Yeah,
free or die hard.
I'll move away. I'll move back here into like this corner so they can't surround me.
Miss, hit, miss, and a crit.
Oh, frick. I'm probably down.
You are going to take 13 points of slashing damage. I rolled 4 ones.
No, wait, just 13?
Just 13. I rolled 4
What?
ones.
I'm at 2 HP.
Better than 0.
All right.
I know, right?
That ends your turn. These boys all the way up to our good boy Grave. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be 10 attacks.
Goodbye, Grave.
Bye, maybe.
Miss, hit, 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 miss, hit, miss, 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 hit. So
You-
4 hits.
You actually
That's
hit
6 hits.
21?
6. Yeah, they all roll. I had so I rolled 10 attacks. 5 of them are attacking you. Each one has 10 attacks, and that is going to be 6 hits
2 attacks.
per each one.
So wait, he's getting hit 20 times?
And,
No.
Or they're attacking him 20 times?
they are attacking him.
Oh, 5 zombies, 2 hits apiece.
Yeah,
Got it.
so 6 hits. Grave, you are going to take 25 points of slashing damage.
Okay, I want a Hellish Rebuke with a reaction on one of them.
Okay. With that, as it carves into you, go ahead and roll me that percentile thing.
The power of science compels you.
Let's see, where's my hand at? So I'll go by the numbers. My left one will be my tens place, and my right one will be my ones place. So I got 0.8. That would be
That is,
80. No,
8.
just 8, right? Yeah.
it would be 8.
Yep. So I rolled an 8 on that percentile. Lower is better,
Okay,
right?
you tell me what. That is good. You are able to, as these zombies into your armor, you watch as the face grimaces in pain as parts of it gets carved out, as the pulse begins to quicken on the armor, as the fire emanates out from it. How much damage do they take? I think 1 is going to go down.
Hellish Rebuke is only going to be a reaction to 1.
All right, well, that one
Okay.
is going to go down. All of the zombies are currently at 1 hit point.
So it would make a Dex 15 save and then take 2d10 fire damage per turn every time it fails. And it will take damage. It takes half if it succeeds.
Okay, well then, regardless, it will fail and it collapses to the ground. All right. That will end their turn. Min, 'tis your turn.
I'm gonna say sorry, not sorry, bro. I'm just gonna cast Frostfinger at him at the horde.
Okay. All of them fall down. They're all at 1 hit point.
I did a thing.
Okay, go ahead and Grave, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, my dude.
All right.
I'm sorry, Grave. It had to be done.
That is a 1. Goodbye, guys.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You might need to go
Min, go ahead
I mean,
and
how many hit points are you at?
3.
Oh, that is literally the lowest I could possibly roll is a 3.
go and roll
I
damage.
did not roll a 3. I did. It was 19.
Okay, Grave, you take 19 points of damage and you go down.
Go sleepies. I didn't even get my next turn, man.
Sorry, man. There's a lot of zombies.
Min, is that your turn?
That's my
Okay,
turn.
Grave, go ahead and make me a death save.
Is it just a D20 or is it I forget. It's a D-
Yeah, D20.
It's a D20.
I can't. There's no way I rolled a 1 again. That's double fail, right?
That is 2 failed death saves.
Wait. Let me stick my face in here. Look at the die. Okay, that is a 1.
Yeah,
Where's
I
the-
can. It showed up on my DM screen as a 1. That is 2 failed death saves. With that, as you
I'm sorry, bro.
hit 2 failed death saves and you fall into unconsciousness, all of a sudden you appear in a space. You look down in a white landscape and you see pillars rising up in a circular area around a white marble table. You see 2 individuals standing at this table. One dressed in a long gray robe. Gray hair falls to her waist, beautifully sleek, with pale skin. The other in a stately robe, hair tied up in an intricate bun, a man holding a scroll and a pen. They seem to be conversing one with each other. The woman seems agitated, angry, fearful. Order, I don't know how long I can stand by and watch as our children are slaughtered. Hundreds are dying, and we have to sit back and watch and do nothing. Ash, you must control yourself. It is written in the law, we cannot interfere. I cannot do nothing. We must. At this point in time, the man kind of sits up straight and looks over. But perhaps there is something we can do. I do sense someone. One of my children are here. And he looks directly at you, Grave. I do not know who you are, or if you can hear me, but heed my warning. Distance yourself from me, for I will bring ruin to you. My only other advice and caution I can give you: do not let Babylon rise. And with that, you cut back out, and it goes black again. What was your question?
No, I was just reaching out towards you.
Mhm.
All right. With that, at the very end, I need someone to go ahead and roll me a luck check real quick.
I'm hucking it.
Oh,
That didn't roll. Okay. Apparently you can't just huck them. 7.
Okay, go ahead and roll again normally then.
I did. It was a 7. Did it not show up? Oh, that one worked.
On my screen, it says a 12.
Advantage rolled.
Interesting.
You can't let us fail.
It says 12 right here, Captain Lazar. It says 12 for what you rolled.
I keep rolling ones.
Huh. Yeah, it looked like a 7 to me, but
Interesting. All right.
I rolled a 13. There's a 17. And 10.
At the top of the round, you watch as the black energy underneath the door, and it begins to arc and wiggle its way through. You also feel behind you a gentle breeze. It blows through the crack in the door, and you watch as ash funnels through the crack. There's a brief sound of rustling cloth.
so what is Captain Nithar gonna do about that breeze?
well, nothing until my turn.
Well, he who smelt it dealt it.
Ah,
He who denied it supplied it.
I never deny it. I'm proud of my breezes until it provides
As
rain.
you feel this gentle breeze, all of a sudden you hear the sound of rustling cloth, and stepping into the alcove, you watch as a man dressed in a long white robe steps through. It would be beautiful, except for the thick coat of ash that covers his entire body from head to toe. His skin is pale to the point of translucency. You see his hair, a dark maroon, is slicked back all the way down to his shoulders. As he steps into the room, he looks around, places his hand onto the ground, and you watch as ash spreads around in a circle, 30 feet in every direction. You watch as ash begins to align itself as in intricate runes, as you watch as all the bodies currently on the ground fall into ash. Next, a voice that sounds like the falling snow and ash outside. What has happened here? The smell of death hangs heavy in the air.
Who are you supposed to be? God?
No. I only follow her. My name is Alabaster Cinder, and I am the High Pontifex of Ash.
Well, adventurer, you've made it to the end of the episode, but not the end of this story. The story will continue on the next episode of the Arcane Ward and the campaign Ashes to Embers. You are quite the impressive adventurer, making it all the way to the end, and we hope that you have enjoyed it. And now we have the privilege to begin the list of our shoutouts of the extraordinary individuals that make this happen. First, a shout out to Tavern Tales, a platform that allows us friends to play the game we love wherever we may be. Now, a shout out to our players: Levi Palmer, Talon Vinay, Travis Wog, Uli Montano, and Joshua Andrews. A group of adventurers that is actually worth their salt. Next, a shout out to our editors: Colton Reynolds, Levi Palmer, and Caleb Reynolds. They do what needs to be done, and I'll respect them for it. Next, a shout out to the DM himself, Caleb Reynolds. These are my respect, and that does not come cheap. And finally, a shout out to you, the listener. We made these for you, and we could not have done it without you. Well, that's it. You survived. Hopefully we could say the same about ourselves for the next episode. And with that, we'll see you next time at the Arcane Ward and the campaign Ashes to Embers. I bid you all a very fond farewell.